Hello, dear friends. Here we are, another day, another blessed opportunity of learning with Emmanuel. Today's message is from the book Peace by Emmanuel through the mediumship of Francisco Candido Xavier. And this message is titled, The Sower Went Out. Question for us, friends: what are we sowing in our lives these days? So this message starts by saying to plant good and extend always. For this, acting and serving are imperatives of the spiritual nature. Let us remember, however, that sowing does not occur in the fields lined with gold. The sower works with the soil. So here Emmanuel is inviting us to plant the good. Not just to plant it, but to extend it to everyone that comes our way. He will continue and give us many examples on how we work with the soil, the nature that gives us. After tilling it, in most cases, the sower will need to irrigate it. And for this reason, we'll deal with the clay of the world. While preparing a nest for the seeds, the sowers cannot avoid the remains of dust and mud, sludge, and fertilizer in their own hands. The sower will wait eagerly for the germination of hopes that are embodied in the budding plants, and then care that must be doubled. And then we monitor heat and humidity, protecting the young crop from any invading pests. Observing the changes of weather, ensuring conditions success. This is what the sower does, and this is us, right? So we put our seeds of good wherever we go, and we have to work with the elements around us that will grant us the blessings of the harvest tomorrow. Emmanuel continues, the same situation on earth applies to all cultivators in the field of good. Designated to launch ideas related to spiritual renewal, they often compel to endure the most difficult soil of human incomprehension. Designated to launch ideas related, my apologies, little technical error. So let's start again. Designated to launch ideas related to spiritual renewal, sowers are often compelled to endure the difficult soil of human incomprehension. They do not find a smooth path for communications with the pre-established standards of earthly culture, and frequently must tolerate obstacles and negative reactions. Isn't that what sometimes happens to some of us when we are cultivating in the field of good on the earth? Sometimes we will be not understood by others. We may not find our path smooth to communicate because of the pre-established standards of the culture. Sowers will serve faithfully the new ideas, just like as the sower serves the seed faithfully until the harvest. So Emmanuel continues, however, the harvest of truth and elevation will only appear in the future in its full beauty and light. So today we are here together a couple of times a week, learning with Emmanuel, sowing with him. The blessings of these teachings that comes to us in just pearls of wisdom. We're only selecting parts of each message to reflect upon. Each and every message of Emmanuel is a full chapter or even a full book in the library of life. What are the things today, dear friends, that you are sowing in your life that will only be harvested in the future as we are together and we join the community of Spiritists spreading the good news? We share, we like, subscribe, right? So that others, that's sowing the seeds of good, because that allows our content to be spread. So do that for us. Join our community, join our channel, like, comment, let us know how you're doing, because this is the way today we communicate. Paul wrote letters, the apostles wrote, right? Apostles and followers afterwards crafted the gospels as we know of today. Jesus used the word to spread his good news when he was incarnated on the earth. Paul wrote, you and I today create content that is free of charge, supported by the goodwill of those who donate, but also supported by the cooperation and sustenance of the good spirits that join us every time. And Emmanuel will end this message telling us this means the sower left himself, set aside all conceptions of separations and selfishness to help and understand, to work and serve, to love and tolerate, forgetting himself for the triumph of good. And that's his mention of what Jesus did for us. He left his higher spheres to incarnate on the earth as we celebrate Christmas, when this verse is going to air out. He came, set aside all the different types of people and the separations that you and I artificially put upon each other, to help us, to understand us, to work and to serve, to teach us how to love and tolerate. And he forgot himself so that the good could prevail on the earth. The seeds that Jesus sowed when he was incarnated over 2,000 years ago live on. And it's up to you and I to take good care of the soil to the best we can, to monitor and control the conditions so that those seeds of truth, of the good news coming upon of us, all of us, can grow and can bear fruit in the future, for all of those who need the blessed learning that we are more than the physical, that we have many lifetimes still to go to progress towards being the superior spirits. The life goes on and we don't lose our loved ones. The strengths of the family ties and spiritual ties are strengthened reincarnation after reincarnation. So, dear friends, today I wish that you be the sower that will go out and sow the good news of Christ through your example, through that seed that he put in your heart. And he continues, as the master that he is, caring for each and every one of us, working for us in the name of God on this planet. Dear friends, what a blessing, and I hope that God will allow us to be together again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.